I'd like to call to order the Liberal City Commission meeting for this Tuesday, August the 9th. May we have roll call, please?
Mayor Denoyer.
Here.
Vice Mayor Aragon.
Here.
Commissioner Carlisle.
Here.
Commissioner Harrison.
Here.
Commissioner Martinez.
Here.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
All right, will you please stand with me and join in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the invocation as given by Reverend Jeremy Harris of First Southern Baptist Church.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you'll pray with me. Father God, we come before you this evening, thankful that you are a good God. And Lord, as we come to this time of this meeting, we pray for the men and women making decisions. Lord, that they would be guided and directed by you. The decisions would be beneficial to this community and help this community to grow and be beneficial to you. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
All right, first item up on the agenda tonight is awards, proclamations, and presentations. Seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 2, which is approval of the agenda.
Your Honor, I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Harrison with a second by Vice Mayor Aragon. Any discussion on the agenda? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next item is agenda item number 3, which is the approval of the July 26, 2016 regular meeting minutes. Any additions or corrections to those minutes? Not a call for a motion to approve as presented.
Your Honor, I make a motion we approve the July 26, 2016 regular meeting minutes.
We have a motion by Commissioner Carlisle with a second by Vice Mayor Aragon. Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next item on the agenda is agenda item number 4, which is items from citizens. Are there any citizens in the audience that would like to address the commission on non-agenda items? Seeing none, we'll move on to items from groups. Are there any groups in the audience that would like to address the commission on non-agenda items? All right, I'll read the rules as you're coming forward. The rules of the commission: any group desiring to address the commission shall be recognized by the chair, advance to the podium, state his or her name and address in an audible tone for the record. Presentation shall be limited to 5 minutes unless extended by a vote of the majority of the commission. The commission does not hear matters involving litigation or city personnel. The commission does not take action on subjects not on the agenda unless unusual or hardship conditions exist. Groups may address the commission on agenda items as they're brought to the floor. Go ahead, Rhonda.
Rhonda Maxwell. I'm the executive director of the Air Show. I live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to give a quick update on the Air Show. We're about 6 weeks out. Saturday, September 17th is the date of the show. And we have, again, a great show lined up. I did a sheet for each of you that has the websites of each of the performers so you can see them. Plans are right now, the Air Show will be open 10 to 4 on Saturday and have a full lineup. We even have an F-16 from the Air Force coming in with a local boy, Brian Meek. We'll be bringing that in, so we're really excited about that. Saturday evening, we're adding something a little bit, Friday evening, we're adding something a little bit new. It's we're having just a one-act night show. Going to kind of try it out, feel our way on that. And we're not actually opening the gates to the airport. This is a 15-minute performance, no pyrotechnics. The performer has lights on his aircraft and does just a spectacular show. We're teaming up with KSCB and on the 107.5, we are going to have the narrative on there so people can actually pull up into the parking lot or into the park or all along the fence or whatever, and they'll be able to listen on the radio to the performance with the music and all of that. Lasts about 15 minutes. We just want to see how a night show goes. And then, of course, we go into Saturday. We'll be open 10 to 4. And basically, I just wanted to step in and thank you guys once again for allowing us to have the show. Our last show was over 10,000 people. And for a one-day event, we feel pretty proud of that. And also from over 100 different zip codes. So we're bringing in people from out of the area to enjoy Liberal and what we have to give. So It's free. The parking is free. The programs are free, and all of our committee is volunteer. So we're very proud of that. Proud for bringing that. So thank you again. Appreciate it, and I'll send the sheet around if that's okay.
All right, does the commission have any questions for Rhonda?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
That's
so
Friday
much.
night, the night show? you
I'm
said?
sorry?
Friday's the night show.
Yes, Friday the 16th. It'll be around 8:30. We think that sundown is posted at like 7:47 or something like that, so we're thinking 8:30. And these websites, if you go to, our night performer is Matt Yunkin, and if you go to his website, you'll see a night picture, which is just spectacular. So this is just kind of an added bonus. Absolutely, 100%. This air show is funded by grants, local business people. It's really quite amazing how many people come out to support this, and your local businesses and people. 3 of us on the committee are from out of town. I'm from Oklahoma City. My air boss, George Rosel, lives in Denver, and well, I just lost who the third person was. Anyway, we believe in this. We still love Liberal. We grew up here, so we're happy to come back and do this for Liberal, and we couldn't do it without the support of the city and all of its assets. Honestly, wouldn't be done without you. So just wanted to give an extra thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda.
But I believe Matt Yunkin has been here as a performer in the past, hasn't he?
He was here last year, and quite honestly, we got more. He flies a big beach, a twin air beach, and we got more comments from him or about him than any other performer. So we decided it was worth it to have him come back, and his night show really is just awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you.
Sorry about looking at the pictures.
Thank you.
All right, our next item on the agenda tonight is agenda item number 6, which will be the consent agenda. All items listed are considered to be routine by the City Commission and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a commission member or citizen so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Gentlemen, part 6A is acknowledgement of receipt of minutes from the Liberal Housing Authority, June 21st and July 11th special meeting. And then the Liberal Convention and Tourism Board, July 21st. 6B is approval of cereal malt beverage license from the Little Bar.
Your Honor, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second it.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison with a second by Commissioner Carlisle. Any further discussion? Mark, you were ready to say something?
On item 6B, they had a little hiccup there. I was talking to the owner, and they marked the wrong box to sell on the premises. And they went down and spoke to Alicia, and they got everything taken care of. I just want to make the note of it, so
Okay.
don't further delay them any or anything.
All right, so everything is good to go? Everything is ready to open? Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Thanks.
Next item on the agenda is agenda item number 7, which is body armor purchase for the police department. We have Captain McClure. Is it Captain?
Captain, yes.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners.
Didn't know if you were a general yet or not.
Not that good. Before you tonight to request the purchase of body armor. We budget for replacement of body armor every year. We purchase a few each year, so we don't have to purchase all of them all at once. Per manufacturer's recommendations, they warranty body armor for about 5 years as standard for body armor. We do have a bulletproof vest partnership grant with the U.S. Department of Justice that will reimburse half the cost of the body armor. We need 6 units right now that are due to expire this year. They're run $725 a piece for a total of $4,350 for the 6 pieces of body armor. Be happy to entertain any questions you might have.
Any questions?
Your Honor, I'd make a motion to approve the purchase of the 6 body armor at a price of $4,350.
I'll second that.
From Alomar Uniforms?
We have a motion by, what?
From Alomar Uniforms.
Alomar Uniforms. We have a motion by Commissioner Harrison with a second by Commissioner Martinez. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
It's easy, Pat.
Thank you.
Next item up on the agenda tonight will be agenda, I turned my page. Agenda item number 8. There it is right there. Lambert Family Soccer Complex.
Mayor, Commissioners, I know you're aware of our acceptance of the generous land donation by the Lambert family. It is one of those that staff, in communication with Lambert, we felt it fitting to name the soccer complex as the Lambert Family Soccer Complex. And if the commission would acknowledge that, that's what it shall be named.
I make a motion, we approve that.
Motion by Commissioner Carlisle. Is there a second?
Second that.
Second? So I think Tony got you. Second by Commissioner Martinez. Any further discussion? Did the Lamberts kind of come up with this, or we just?
Yes, as we left them,
They were discussing it amongst
they were
themselves.
discussing, at one time it was just after the children, and this kind of sums it all with the Lambert family.
Perfect, thank you. All right, all those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next item up on the agenda is agenda item number 9, which is the bid opening for the water and sewer for the Pinnacle, Century Heights, and Millennium Additions. Mr. Parsons?
Mayor and Commissioners, you've got in your packet a bid sheet on the water and sewer part of this project is what we opened bids on Thursday. We had 2 bidders on that, King Enterprises and Middle Creek Corporation out of Peabody. You can see the bids. The low bid was Middle Creek at $523,165, which you can see is substantially under the engineer's estimate, which is terrific. Anyway, staff would recommend that we accept the low bid on this project from Middle Creek Corporation in the amount of $523,165.
Your Honor, I make a motion, we approve the Middle Creek Corporation bid for $523,165.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Carlisle with second from Commissioner Harrison. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you very much.
Mayor, Commissioners, Jeff and I would like to set up a work session with you to discuss, as this goes forward, it is a part of the special assessment for that area for construction. And I know we've been in touch on the phone, but we'd like to call you and set up a date. And that way we can discuss that in a work session as it goes forward. And the bonding comes into play down the road. So probably be tomorrow or the next day, and we'll notify the media, and we'll set up a work session to do that.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mark. Next item, City Manager's Report. Was that the kickoff?
That was the kickoff. Anyway, things are going great. I want to compliment every department. I appreciate it. It is getting to the end of season. We know we've got another month or a little longer depending on weather, but things are going fantastic. I want to take time to thank Daniel. He has done so much with this Kansas Avenue project, and I think if you go now, and you can help me out on this, Daniel, is from Vine to 11th Street, we're lit. They have started removing the
wire and all the whole lights.
and then you'll see the poles come out. There'll be a little work there. It is going, forward on the mill and overlay on the south. There's been some cement work. Of course, there has been some rain delays and that, but we see that finishing up, and then we will go into the marking phase. And it is one of those that we have contracted. I think today we heard word that we're going to do some other marking while the gentleman's here. And also in the next, within this month, maybe is you'll see the construction of 15th and Kansas Avenue. That will be concrete, and it will extend eastward to just past the north building's entrance, and then it will go 120 feet from the center intersection, north, west, and south. There will be, and Daniel's put together an information, we'll try to get it where we can read it, maybe picture it in their minds on the radio. We know it'll be an inconvenience, but we're going to do these in phases. We will have on the TV, and we will get with the newspaper, and we'll have actually a picture. We'll make those available down at City Hall if somebody would like to, come by and see what we're doing in the phase and how do they get east on 15th Street. But once we feel that they get used to that, they'll start seeing 14th Street will be busy for a little while. But it's something exciting, moving forward with this project, and we are going to be in discussion with Commissioner Martinez and Lydia Gray, and we do have that, which was included in this, the lighting project at the depot. So once we get all the lights and everything done, it'll be working on the same group, and we will repurpose the lights that were taken down. But all the departments, want to commend them for all their hard work. It is one of those where the pool is now just open on weekends through Labor Day, and we intend to be open on weekends. Of course, it's always subject to, lifeguards returning to school, be it high school, college. But things are going well, things are getting done, and special thank you to Daniel and the group, police. Great night out. It was, things are just wrapping up in a good way for the summer.
Any questions for the city manager?
I'd like to have a car looked at on right south of 8th and Washington. Looks like a Lincoln Continental parked on the street with weeds growing all the way around it. I mean, that looks real tacky. I can't tell you last time that car's even been moved.
Just a car right
It's on the city street, and I mean, we got weeds growing all the way around it.
Any further questions?
Is Clay and 54 still on for this year? Is KDOT?
The bids will be in December.
December 14th.
Oh,
So it looks like the project the earliest would start next spring.
in the spring. Then.
Yeah,
I was
KDOT
wondering.
pushed that back to December.
December 14th, that's when the bids goes out, and we hope, to get it started on
Yeah.
spring, like March 7th.
But now, what can happen, Commissioner Martinez, is the bids come in over estimate, and then they have to redesign it. I mean, we've been working on this deal for 10 years.
At least.
And KDOT doesn't have any money, so then you gotta finance it, and that ain't gonna happen, so.
As I see that they're having a little growing pains going around the intersection over there. Is KDOT, is there something we can do to help? Poor police have been out there on, I don't know how many trucks.
Or,
Oh,
The bypass.
bypass, at night.
Turning that
Maybe it's a
on.
visibility deal where
It's terrible.
if you go that way, you can't hardly, two vehicles can't meet there, or especially trucks. You got, I don't know what
The trucks are who it's bad for. I mean,
Yeah.
it just, that bypass going up to Bluebell is designed for automobile traffic, and the trucks can't even turn the corner. I mean, there's no turning radius there. Somebody's tried, I don't know if it's the city or the county, but somebody's went out there and tried to extend the edge.
Widen it out.
Yeah, a little
Yeah, we
bit.
repaired it because it was creating a big old pothole, so we went up there and repaired it before it started getting.
But what happens is you know how much truck traffic we have here. You got 7 semis from this way and from this way, and then all the car traffic too, especially during prime time. And if anybody's just 2 foot too far forward, nobody's moving. Nobody's going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and it's not our fault, it's KDOT's fault.
No,
But Bluebell Road is used a lot by trucks.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
But the general public doesn't know it's a KDOT problem. They assume it's a city problem.
Yeah.
But they are, and
That's why-
manuals, that's what they're explained to, when we saw the pavement being tore up, is this part of the project? Does, the contractor, and basically, no, Daniel, you guys have to fix
Yeah, the
that,
state
so.
said it was out because we provided the detour, the city provided the detour to go on Bluebell Road, so that was our deal, so.
Doesn't
We
surprise
just
me.
went out there and fixed it, and we open to hold until,
So are they gonna open the, I guess it would be the west entrance into Love's, or are they gonna open that
Yeah.
before that project's
yeah,
completed?
they just finished pouring that yesterday, and they said the concrete should cure for 4,000 PSI about 4 days. And after that, General is gonna have to come and block out with concrete with asphalt.
That's gonna create another problem.
Well, I think, it'll be a lot relief on 6 points so that they can use that, to get on.
The local guys will figure out to cut through that parking lot. That's what's gonna happen.
But that is hopefully, and JAG's pouring as per contract and doing everything, but it is one of those that we're kind of at the mercy, and then the intersection's got to be done, just like we know Kansas Avenue and 15th is going to be an
And actually, that
inconvenience,
is 8th
but
Street, so.
Yeah.
once it gets done, we'll all forget about it and enjoy
The
the
one thing that KDOT or someone could do is, there's a lot of truck traffic that's gonna turn and go northbound at 83, and they don't realize, it does say detour and go around by National Beef, but, I mean, if you're running on GPS, if you're in a truck and running on GPS, you're not ever gonna figure that
Yeah,
out.
they added another detour over there on 8th Street, that way it'll help the traffic and.
It's not, the signage isn't very good though, so, but again, that's a KDOT deal, I mean,
Yeah, that'd help them a lot if they could.
But they got all the concrete out, and today I seen that they're already working on the dirt work. So they're pushing it, I hope they can get it done before 30 days.
That'd be looking like
me too.
September.
Yeah, awesome, thank you.
All right, any further questions for the city manager? Let's move on to items from commissioners. Commissioner Carlisle, we'll let you kick it off tonight.
I think Danny and Main Street does look good, get a lot of compliments. Like I said, I appreciate taking care of that big hole for me, so I think we're doing a good job. So is the rest of the city staff. Thank you.
Commissioner Harrison.
Just thank city staff, all of them, all departments for everything they do every day, and really appreciate it. That's it.
Vice Mayor Aragon.
Same for me. Thank all the city staff, all you do. I know you're busy. The National Night Out was awesome, really good turnout, so that was really good. That's all I have.
Commissioner Martinez.
Oh, thanks Daniel for taking care of a spot that we turned in a sinkhole. I guess it ended up being a sinkhole, didn't it? Yeah, they were happy. Appreciate it. And I know there's a lot out there, it's just can't cover it. And, like Mark was saying, me and Lydia Hook from the Depot Heritage Board applied for another grant, and the railroad come back and they were interested, so they're going to give us well, I don't know, we applied for $7,500 to do some additional decoration out there, so I'm kind of, with the lights and stuff, maybe we keep making that thing look good, but, and thanks everybody for what they're doing on all the city staff.
Well, I guess with that, I want to thank Daniel, of course, for all the work that he does outside of the scope of just the street department. Bluebonnet Park, the barricade looks good with a little alleyway for the walkers to get in. I'm just waiting for that first time somebody doesn't realize that's there. They're going to get a rude awakening. That thing is stout. And then, of course, the parking spots have been added there on that cut through. So I already noticed people utilizing that. So that looks good. And that should, safety is always first and foremost, and that should add another safety feature to the park for the kids. So thank you for your work on that. I want to thank Commissioner Carlisle and Commissioner Martinez. I believe you went to the OTLR ribbon cutting, groundbreaking. Thank you guys for doing that. I was out of town, and it's good to see that you guys were able to make that. And that's going to be some additional housing for the city, so thank you for representing us there. And then, of course, National Night Out. I was again out of town for that, but seeing pictures on Facebook and different social media sites, it looks like a very successful night once again. Coming together to take let the criminal element know that we're not going to stand for it. So, and then also to get to know our first responders and our police officers in a different light than when the lights are in your rear view mirror. It's good to see that you guys are just as much a part of this community as we are, and thank you for what you do on a daily basis. And city staff, I know it's been tough keeping up with the rain and the moisture and the weeds, but y'all are doing a great job outside and inside City Hall. Things are going well. Mark, I appreciate the continual updates. When there's an incident, whether it's at the pool, at a park, something, whether it's on a weekday or a weekend, I appreciate being informed so that when we get the calls, we can kind of give an informed answer, knowing that the city is on top of it. So thank you for doing that for us as well. That's all I have. We'll move on to agenda item number 12, which would be the vouchers.
Your Honor, make a motion we accept the vouchers in the amount of $1,268,224.17.
I'll make a second.
Motion by Vice Mayor Aragon with a second by Commissioner Carlisle. Any discussion on the vouchers? Seeing none, all those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.